guys, they grow up on this shit.
That's what you call brand loyalty.
Yeah.
That's why really
It's
that's why brands invest so much in their advertising, because if you can get someone when they're very young to enjoy your brand,
Yep.
they won't buy anything else. It doesn't matter if something else is better.
No,
They really won't. Like Camels and Marlboros.
Yeah.
I won't smoke Camels at all.
See?
Do it.
Same with Coke and Pepsi. If you drink Coke, you don't drink Pepsi.
I still use
Same
Jif
like that.
peanut butter.
Compared to Skippy.
Huh?
Compared to Skippy.
Yeah, I'm not a Skippy girl.
It's interesting though.
Right?
I'm not a Skippy.
Not a Skippy girl.
That aspect of psychology, though, when you get something that you like, you will stick with that come hell or high water.
Yeah.
Really. So that's why for brands, catching the hype is so important, because once it becomes the thing to have, then it's a snowball effect. Your product will sell exponentially.
Well, yeah, you see all the little snowboarders, the little kids, they're all riding Bird Fly because it's the most advertised.
Spent the most on advertising, yeah.
Like, yo, you don't understand, that board sucks.
But it looks cool.
But it looks cool.
Yeah.
And they've been told that it's cool.
Right.
Most importantly, they've been told that it's cool.
Exactly.
So Nilate Kyle was telling us that not this coming Monday, but next Monday we should go to Rockbox after rehearsal.
Karaoke.
Karaoke.
It's right across the street. Can't go wrong with that.
Mm.
And cheap and fun.
And clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And clean?
Yeah. There's a lot of, like, because they do it in, like, your own room, and there's a lot of other places around here that do it, but you're afraid to sit on the couches in the room. Because you're like, oh, I'm probably going to catch something if I relax. Like,
He doesn't have vision.
yeah.
You know that karaoke is Japanese for tone deaf?
Makes sense.
You know, Jenga is Swahili for to build.
I did not know that. Interesting. Jenga is Swahili for to build.
I'm a big Jenga fanatic. I love Jenga.
Have you-
It's
have
my
you-
favorite game ever.
Have you played Jumbo Jenga?
No, I have not.
Is it with, like, giant blocks?
Yeah, they're like
You have to get a ladder.
Wow.
When it falls, you have to stand
Yeah.
back. That's
you know, we like classy restaurant Jenga, restaurant bar Jenga. We'll just order some food, be in the middle of the game. We're like, you're like, do you want us to sit down? It's like, yeah, go ahead. We're like eating, everybody's like,
There's a move in capoeira that is called Jenga, but half the time when the guys say it, it sounds like they're saying Jenga, and they're like calling it out while you're in the middle of doing things, and you're like,
right. Is that
Do you practice capoeira?
I did for a while.
Uh-huh.
I injured my knees around the same time that I was really getting into it. I mean, not like full out injuring. I had to stop because of like long-term injuries around the time that I was doing capoeira. But it's fun. It's hard. I love it. But it's cool, and it actually, like, I'm glad that I did the few months of it that I did, because it actually helps a lot with modern dance. Because a lot of contemporary modern dance is really low to the ground. And so doing capoeira kind of helps you get grounded, helps you get centered and find that strength while you're still, like, way down there.
And capoeira is kind of like mixed martial arts and dance.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of breakdancing actually comes out of
deliciously
capoeira.
tender blend of
Yeah.
apple and spicy ginger. Experience the enticing mix for cocktails at facebook.com/absolute or click on the banner to your
And
right
it's
to
from
have the twist
Brazil?
or
It's from
Instagram
Brazil,
video to
but
replay
again,
us.
you'll find it in a lot of just kind of Afro
Afro communities.
communities.
those Afro communities.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness! When Michelle was here, she was telling us about Afropolitan.
Oh.
You know, because there has to be something separate for Black
Of course.
cosmopolitans.
Of course, it's Afropolitan.
You guys can't be cosmopolitan.
That's okay. I joined the Afro-punk community when I was like in high school, so because I wanted to be a punk, but there were no black punks where I was growing up, so
We saw this Afro punk
Now
when
they
we
have
were.
festivals.
it's true. Well,
They
I
have
mean, and when I was in high school is when they started throwing like the 1st Afro-punk festivals and all of that stuff.
Sponsored by Nike.
Of course. But you had Saul Williams on the lineup, so it was okay.
Right. Right. We saw this black punk kid when one of the last times we were
All
in
the
New
white
York.
guys are like, Afro punk.
Right?
They're like, here's the money.
Nike's like, ooh, another way for us to exploit you. Here's some socks.
Here, wow. Can you believe that? They handed us that Afro punk. Oh.
Pretty much.
Come on.
The
Exactly what they're doing, you know, like steps in and go,
No,
Afro
they
punk,
have to
okay.
like sit there and laugh.
You know, like when Madonna shows up with Vogue, you know?
Yeah.
Voguing was happening way before Madonna, but she saw her, she goes, Voguing. She paid some trainer to teach her to do a few moves on Voguing. All of a sudden,
And
she
didn't
trademarked that.
didn't it come from Pepe La Beja?
Well, it came from that old, you know, the gay.
They came from all the drag queens.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the gay underground.
The gay African community, the
Totally.
gay African American community. We watched. Niolete showed me this movie called Paris is Burning.
Oh.
It's amazing. So you get to see where it actually came from, which is all of these African American drag queens and gay guys that are just.
But it's also pretty sad because, you know, it's a movie about the gay African American gay community in New York. Period.
Yeah.
And what happens.
Yeah.
And so in this movie, and it's not a movie, it's a documentary, right? So this is actual.
Yeah.
It's happening. They form gangs, right? It's gangs. Like what today you might call homo thug. Have you ever heard that expression? Yeah. Actually, there's a bunch of them on Christopher Street.
Another time we were in New York because he told me all about them. We saw this homo thug at a movie theater, and I couldn't help. I was like gaping at him because he came and he like slapped me on the back, but he goes, "Quit staring."
I was like, why are you staring at that?
Well, because he was really beautiful and very strong.
Yeah.
You know, like very beautiful,
But-
very
yeah.
very strong.
But so anyway, they form gangs. The gangs, which is really incredible, by the way, we need to put that on our blog. The gangs are formed not by, like, you know, whatever, they're formed by fashion houses. So like each gang's like Yves Saint Laurent, you know, Christian Dior.
There's actually a few that hang out at Rebar.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That belongs to those
We have
gangs?
Oh, we have to.
And
Go.
they will actually, you can actually see voguing at Rebar at least once a week because there are a couple.
When?
I'm forgetting the nights, but yeah.
Thursday is Sunday is Rebar's Gay Night.
I think it's probably on Sunday night. Yeah.
Sunday's the best night to go to Rebar.
Yeah.
It's the most
Sunday's
fun.
the only night I go to.
Yeah.
So then they have balls, right?
Yeah.
So every year you'll have a ball.
Yeah.
The ball is about competitions, and the competitions are like really strange ones. Like they have a competition about how to pass as a homeboy without being detected like a kid. So people enter into the competition, just dress up as a homeboy, you know, like talk like a dude, like whatever. Then you get out of it, you know. Another category is how to be in the military without being detected.
John has sex with your.
They did an amazing job.
But the thing about it, that was like, that it comes from the movie, that really strikes you is that these people are serious. It's not for play because they really want to
For
get
them,
in.
it's also a means of survival.
Yeah, they
I mean,
really want to
it's
get in.
Very much
to
so.
protect yourself.
Especially at that point in time in New York in the 80s.
Totally.
It's like,
I mean, you had to.
yeah.
It was all about protection.
Uh-huh.
It was all about self-preservation.
They have this guy that all he wanted to do in his life is be in the military. That's it.
Yeah.
But he couldn't get it because he's gay, right? So what has he done? He's turned his entire house into the military. He has military
It's like a
everything.
bunker, yeah.
Yeah, he has military everything. You know, like he goes through the whole drill. You know, he dresses up as a military guy. He does the whole drill, the whole thing, and always trying to perfect looking like a man.
Yeah.
Without going, hello.
Absolute.
And then there's a competition where like the big drag queens.
Oh, of course.
And this guy is so in these gangs they have a ruler. They've actually elected a ruler that makes sure that all the gangs are behaving right with each other. And at this
So
point,
it's not like a fighting.
yeah.
I mean,
So
they're
there's an
rivals, but they're not,
arbitrary.
like, enemies.
Yeah. So like there's a place to go if stuff is going on where the two gangs can come together and present their case to whoever. And this guy, the one who's the queen, is Pepper LaBeija.
Yeah.
I am Peppa LaBeija.
Dude is so what's up? He's standing in front of you.
Yeah.
He gets on the runway, and the whole place goes in an opera.
Oh, I bet.
The whole thing, and he looks like Penny LaBelle, right?
Uh-huh.
He's got the whole thing going on, big stuff, and he gets on it and goes boom, boom, and the whole place is the fish. If you get a chance, you should check it out. It's called Paris is Burning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually, and then it's also really sad. Oh, it was a time when, so then there was these guys who were also, they wanted to be supermodels, right? But they're men,
Yeah.
and they want to be supermodels. So this guy, every day he would get up, get really dressed, make himself up, and then go to the department store and work on the makeup counters, put the makeup on him, and show. During the interview, he was saying, "I'm gonna be a model." He's like, "I'm gonna be a supermodel. I'm gonna be a model." And and really, seriously, he really was.
Yeah.
No, he was one of the people that were doing the photo.
Yeah.
They did a photo shoot with him. He was like, you can't tell.
Yeah.
You can't tell that he's a guy. You just can't tell. You know. Sure enough, within a couple of years, he was in Vogue as a model, a woman.
As a woman?
Yeah.
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 And did RuPaul have anything to do with that house, with this specific house in New York? Was RuPaul involved with this specific house,
But it
he
came from that school.
right? He
Came
just
from
kind of
that
came because it was right about that same time. And if you see photos of him before he made the switch, he was a beautiful man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, really beautiful. It's kind of he went too far with the plastic surgery.
Definitely.
You know. But yeah, it was sad in the respect that they needed that type of protection. You know, sad in the respect. Well, it's being a minority within a minority.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Well, within a
where-
minority that is even
and
almost even more so
incredibly,
accepting.
well, right, incredibly homophobic.
Yeah.
But also extremely homoerotic as well.
Yeah.
Which is like all of the rappers. I saw a
Yeah.
cover of a magazine with 50 Cent, right? And he's like super ripped, shirt off. You
Totally.
can't see his pants. He's all oiled. You know?
Yeah. Well, no, my best friend and I, we go to see all the Fast and Furious movies. I don't know why. We just do. But we went and saw Fast 5, and there's this scene where like Vin Diesel and The Rock are just like this far away from each other, and they're just like, and we're sitting there like, kiss him, do it.
We know you want to. We can see it.
Like we won't tell anyone. Just do it. Just.
And we're the only ones who are ever going to see this.
Exactly.
You went too far.
Nilate was telling us that in Africa, the relationship that men have is much different. You know, they're friends. You know, there's bonding. There's not that stigma of showing affection for a male friend as a male. You know, and then you come to this country and it's like if you hold hands with your friend, you're totally gay.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not okay.
It's not okay.
either.
It's so
you know,
stupid.
it's like it is. No, it is. It's ridiculous.
So
It's ridiculous.
It turns people to robots and stuff. It's ridiculous. It's really now like looking back on it, it's like how ridiculous. You buy into that and start behaving that way yourself. You know, like go and just sort of kind of start hating yourself or not holding hands with your friends or whatever.
I mean, that's part of why there are so many depressed people in this country is that, you know, we're not allowed to actually be affectionate. Like, it's not socially acceptable.
That's why we have so many heinous sex crimes.
Totally.
That's why pornography is such a huge investment in this country. You know, because and then you have you guys heard of the furries?
Oh, yes.
Right? People dressing up as animals.
That is
What?
that is
Ernies?
Loonies.
Loonies. No.
what's a loonies?
Loonies are people who get off by blowing up balloons until they pop. That's how they get off. They just blow up balloons until they pop, and they're like, and it pops. And you're like,
It's like popcorn.
yeah, exactly.
How does that work? I mean, it's like
They must get off on the tension. I don't know. That's
No, they get these
a
gigantic
really
balloons too.
exaggerated sense of release, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. It's one of the, you know, it's on that show, My Strange Sex Addiction.
There's a show called My Strange Sex Addiction.
Yeah.
How about those people who like food?
I haven't, no.
Yeah.
How about those people who like to spread food on themselves?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
well, there's also eaters and feeders. That's a fetish.
Hey, what's
What's
that?
that?
Where people get off, like,
I get off eating, you get off feeding.
Yeah.
Feed me. We'll both get off.
basically. So it's like this food fetish where, like, you'll see all these really, really skinny people with, like, really, really obese people. And so
Ew.
there's feeders and eaters.
Ew.
Oh yeah. There's some weird people out there.
Yeah.
Well, but things go in fads and in movements, you know, like
Yeah.
there was a trend of pansexualism,
Totally.
which was where it's like people said, oh my god, I'm attracted to anything,
Right.
literally anything,
I
like
love
like this
lamb.
this chair.
I love
Right.
lamb.
What happened to that bar over there?
You know. I might say,
They're
you know,
renovating.
I might say that it makes for
they
great
take-
entertainment to be alive. You know, because
Oh, totally.
What are we gonna do without these people? You know, so
Right.
it's interesting. It makes like okay,
Yeah.
I see that.
I mean, you know, and then for a lot of people, it's like, wow, my life's not so crazy.
Totally.
Yeah, you always
Alright.
try and put yourself in those shoes, and sometimes you can't. Like, I could never get off by blowing up a balloon. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it's just not my thing.
No.
Different strokes, I guess.
Literally?
That's pretty. But that's the proof, though. There's something here for everyone.
That's what people keep forgetting. You know.
Yeah.
People keep forgetting that. You know, really, seriously, you don't have to blow things up. You don't have to like
Have to
prevent
do
people.
anything you don't want to do. It's like your gay marriage. You don't have to marry somebody of the same gender if you don't want to.
See, but
If they want to ruin
that
their
whole-
lives with marriage, then
Then let them
yeah.
know. My only thing is, I think we need to legalize gay divorce because that's becoming a problem now.
Really?
Because so many states don't recognize gay marriage that a lot of couples are actually trying to get divorced and they can't.
That's ridiculous.
Wait,
They
oh my
argue
god, that's
so much
hilarious.
for-
Yeah, there's like
That's really ironic.
yeah, yeah.
Now you're stuck being married. How does
Exactly.
that feel, huh?
That's
They
very
realize
ironic.
it's not all cracked up to be. Especially in the gay community, too. I'm
Totally.
sure it's like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, and there were all those couples that just went on an impulse because
Right, just because they could.
Their right.
Just because they could. Little did they know it's important to know who you're marrying.
Exactly. Well, it's important to know the laws surrounding getting out of that marriage.
So really, I mean,
They're